Joining us now is Lara Trump, RNC co-chair. Lara, it's great to see you tonight. It was great to see you in Butler. I saw you for like a millisecond. Got a chance to hug you as you're coming out of the audience there. But let's talk about this for the moment, because this really was part of their branding campaign. Kamala Harris, the change agent, and in the new New York Times Siena poll, she does best Donald Trump as being the change candidate somehow among likely voters by 2 points. What's going on there?
Well, I don't believe that poll at all. And by the way, don't take my word for it. Take Joe Biden's word for it, because he's the one who told us the other day, Laura, that Kamala Harris has been there side by side with him, making all the decisions, of course, that we've seen in that White House. No one believes that there will be any sort of change with Kamala Harris. The people of this country are begging for Donald Trump to go back in that White House. You were in Butler the other day. You saw the crowd in Butler. That was the biggest crowd I've ever seen at a Trump rally. I couldn't even see the end of it when I was standing up there on stage. Everywhere I go, people are desperate, and they can't afford a Kamala Harris presidency. Look, we're talking about this person trying to get through an interview, let alone do the actual job of being president of the United States, our commander-in-chief, the leader of the free world. No one buys that Kamala Harris has the capability to do that job. And polls like that, I think, are absolutely ridiculous. I get slipped beverage napkins every time I get on an airplane saying, we can't wait to vote for Trump, go Trump, Trump 2024, or people just coming up to me these days, Laura, everywhere I go, saying how excited they are to get out and vote early when you go vote for Donald Trump.
Now, I want to turn to, we obviously are seeing a horrific hurricane bearing down on Florida now, but we still have North Carolina and the other states affected by Hurricane Helene. Washington Examiner is saying, Laura, that there are 1.2 million registered voters across the 25 disaster counties in western North Carolina as of Sunday. Now, of that total figure, about 491,000 voters were unaffiliated with a party and made up the largest share of the region's voters. Republicans comprised the second highest share of the voters at almost 481,000, and then 294,000 for Democrats. Trump won North Carolina in 2020 by a mere 75,000 votes. Is this a problem, given the fact that we have a lot of voters who are without homes and, frankly, without resources today in North Carolina?
Yeah, well, listen, obviously, priority number one is making sure that everyone is safe. Any rescue that needs to happen happens, and that we're thinking about the well-being of people before politics. That said, I get this question quite a bit. You can imagine this is my home state, North Carolina, and as a co-chair of the RNC, we've thought extensively about this, and that's why today we sent out a memorandum to Governor Roy Cooper and the North Carolina General Assembly, asking them, giving them 10 different points in terms of things that we hope they enact and put in place right now to ensure voter access, because we don't want people who have gone through a horrific tragedy like a hurricane and really lost so much already to lose their ability to vote in this election. So some of these things include allowing folks who have been displaced from their voting county to vote in other counties, or maybe turn an absentee ballot in other counties, or allowing some of these counties where they've had destruction to use temporary locations or a new location for voters to access. And by the way, I want to let everyone know out there, if you want to be part of a team to help us get access to people in western North Carolina and likely coming up in Florida who have been displaced, their ability to vote, come join us. DonaldJTrump.com/hurricane is a new site we have up right now. Laura, people can volunteer to help us and make sure that these people indeed have an opportunity to vote. It is absolutely vital in an election like this. We cannot leave a single vote on the line, and that's why we're asking everybody to come join our team.
And Lara, does this also mean that legal challenges could be in the offing filed by the Trump campaign or others to ensure that, as they're dealing with all of the other nightmares they're dealing with because of these natural disasters, they are still able to vote? There are a lot of folks that came up to me in Butler were very worried about that. And I just want to ensure that that's happening.
Oh, we've not been shy with the lawsuits. I think we're at 109 right now at the RNC. So, yes, if needed, we will take legal action. We hope we don't have to go that path. We hope that they do the right thing and make sure that every person in North Carolina and other affected states have the opportunity to vote. We're here to make sure they do, certainly from the RNC side.
Lara, great to see you tonight, as always. Thanks so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.